I left school at 13. I didn't have a formal education. And I believe I would not be standing here tonight without the books, the plays, the scripts. It's been a long journey from Fountain Bridge to this evening with you all. Though my feet are tired, my heart is not.
Sean Connery's life story is one of transformation, self-education, and unwavering determination. From humble beginnings in Edinburgh to becoming an international icon, Connery's journey exemplifies the power of perseverance and lifelong learning.
To be honest, I never thought I would reach 73. And we talk about this, my wife and I, and we both mutually agree that we're not really in our 70s, we're closer to 3. No, it's true, because it's difficult to, I hear, and she says, things come out in the papers and people talk about this and elderly and what have you, and they're in their 60s.
Yeah.
Well, where does it put us? Well, I suppose it's in the mind.
This youthful spirit and zest for life have been hallmarks of Connery's career. Despite his lack of formal education, he recognized early on the importance of self-improvement.
He said, well, first of all, you're totally illiterate, so it's necessary that you would have to work on your voice, you'd have to learn to speak, and you would have to give yourself an education, which I'd never had. So he gave me 10 titles, covering from all Shaw, all Shakespeare, An Actor Prepares, Jean Christophe, My Life in Art, Remembrance of Things Past. I read them all. I went to the libraries in every town up and down Britain, and I extended my time on tour to complete it. And at the end of the day, I came back to London with a bicycle and about 90 quid in the bank, no phone at home, no check in the post, and became an actor.
Connery's dedication to self-education laid the foundation for his successful acting career. However, his journey wasn't without challenges.
Is it fair to say that, with the one exception of The Hill, your films away from Bond have not been nearly as successful as the ones you've done as 007?
Well, that's absolutely true. I think that of course, the yardstick becomes different for success for different films and types of films. But I have to accept full responsibility for the choice of films because I make all my own decisions anyway.
This sense of personal responsibility extended beyond his career choices to his views on relationships and societal roles.
I know I work harder and earn more money to make things happen, which has been my role since I can remember. And if the guy is going to be the one that's got to go out and do the work to feed everybody so that they can have the kids or go to school or have a car or whatever, then they have to give him a primary consideration. No? Now, there are some exchange in the roles where the wife says, okay, I'm going to work and you can do the cooking and bring up the kids. Well, if some men are suited for that, I think it's terrific. I don't think I'd be very good at that.
While some of Connery's views on gender roles have been controversial, they reflect the complexities of his character and the era he grew up in. Despite this, he maintains a pragmatic approach to his personal life.
That my wife has a lot of interests and things. She's totally absorbed with me. And we have enough separations that we've been doing some things all the time, so when we come back together, there's always something to talk about. I couldn't be with the same person all day, every day. It would bore me to tears.
Throughout his career, Connery has been known for his iconic portrayal of James Bond. When asked about returning to the role after a hiatus, he explained.
What brings you back to James Bond?
Having been away for 4 years, I think one had made the point too with the lack of success of the one previous, one that I wasn't in anyway. And coming back in to do this one, the wicket was better for me to make the conditions of not being so much a pawn in the circumstances. Also, to be able to get a two-picture deal as well with United Artists as themselves and myself as partners to produce, direct, act, or whatsoever in these two productions.
Connery's approach to the Bond character evolved over time.
Getting back to Bond himself as a character, to some people he's a snob, a bore, an exhibitionist. To others he's the great escapist hero of all time. How do you feel about him as a character?
Well, I think that I've got way past all that since the initiate Dr. No, you know. It's like if you've made something and you leave it around and somebody picks it up and everybody will pick it up and see it as something else or look at it in a different way. And I don't think there's anything you can do about it after you've done it and having committed oneself to doing it that way initially.
Despite his success as Bond, Connery has always sought to maintain a balance between his professional and personal life.
And of course you're a businessman now as well as an actor. You have a number of interests in banking, among other things. So how important is being an actor still to you?
Well, I've always maintained anyway that I wouldn't want to be just an actor. You know, so I'm a director of a bank, I'm on board of directors of industrial communications, and I have interest in I've got a 50% owner of a second-hand car business down East End, and I have a production company and a few other odds and ends.
Connery's journey from a working-class background to international stardom has been marked by his strong opinions and sometimes controversial views. When asked about his reputation as a male chauvinist, he responded,
Sean, what do you think is the biggest fault, in your opinion, that a person can have?
The biggest fault?
Yeah.
You mean other than being a chauvinist pig?
Other than being a chauvinist pig, yeah. Pig is a word I didn't use.
Stupid. I hate stupidity more than anything.
Finish this for me. Sean Connery is?
Almost a male chauvinist pig.
Despite the controversies, Connery's impact on the film industry is undeniable. His dedication to his craft and his ability to reinvent himself throughout his career have earned him numerous accolades. As he reflects on his life and career, he maintains a sense of humility and gratitude.
I had no idea that this was such a big deal. When Howard, that's Mr. Stringer, called me and said, the AFI has chosen you for this award. Well, I just had no idea. And then I was given a list of the people who'd received this fantastic honor. And I began to get a bit nervous, but not as nervous as I am at this moment. I mean it sincerely. You know, the Academy Awards is something else because you can hide. There are winners and losers and other people to blame. But the AFI, you're on your own.
Connery's appreciation for his career and the people he's worked with is evident.
I'm more than pleased that you like my work. I have to admit that it looked pretty damn good from where I was sitting. And it brought back to me lots of terrific memories. Memories of working with people who are fun and industrious, talented and enthusiastic. These are all the qualities that I find admirable. The rest of you, well, you know who you are. You know, making movies is either a utopia or it's like shoveling shit uphill. And Tonight, I suppose we put down our shovels and remember the good times, and well, I've had many.
As he looks back on his life, Connery acknowledges the importance of his roots and the transformative power of education.
My start, my childhood, was less than auspicious. But when I was young, we didn't know we lacked anything because we had nothing to compare it to. And there's a freedom in that. I had a very hard-working mother and father. I think of them both a great deal. I got my break, big break, when I was 5 years old. And it's taken me more than 70 years to realize it. You see, at 5, I learned to read. It's that simple, and it's that profound.
Sean Connery's journey from a working-class background to international stardom is a testament to the power of self-education, determination, and adaptability. His story reminds us that it's never too late to learn, grow, and redefine ourselves, regardless of our beginnings or the challenges we face along the way. As Connery himself puts it, "Though my feet are tired, my heart is not." His legacy in the film industry and his personal journey of growth and self-discovery continue to inspire generations of actors and fans alike.